How dare you defy me? I know your BBL secret.
Kiss my feet or get fired, the billionaire's fiancée screamed. But she didn't know the new masked maid was about to expose her dirty BBL secret, and the billionaire would collapse right in front of everyone. Vanessa Lark stood in the marble bathroom, fresh out of the shower. Her silk robe clung to her curves, shaking and swinging her hips as she held up her phone, FaceTiming her secret evil boyfriend, Mason Vale. Her face glowed with arrogance. "Baby, look at this," she said, running her hand down her body. "My perfect BBL large shape. These rich men are so stupid. They think everything is natural, God-given." She laughed. Charles Crown is about to marry a fake baddie, and he has no idea. Mason's grin filled the screen. And soon he'll be dead. Everything will be ours. Before we continue this crazy, heart-wrenching story, kindly press the subscribe button and share this story with your lovers, friends, family, and even enemies, because it's about to get juicy. Vanessa's smile turned cold. The poison is already working. By tonight, I'm a billionaire widow. The flower toxin is perfect, slow, untraceable. He'll think it's just a heart attack. You're brilliant, V. I know. She blew him a kiss and ended the call. Once support, and ended the call. She stepped out of the bathroom and into the bedroom. Her wedding dress hung on the closet door like a prize. She touched the fabric and smirked. Then she heard footsteps. Her entire face changed. The cruel smirk melted into sweetness. Her eyes softened. Her voice became honey. Charles Crown entered the room, tall, cold, powerful. His face was unreadable, but his presence filled the space. "Darling," Vanessa said softly, walking toward him. "You look so handsome." Charles nodded. "The ceremony is in 3 hours. Are you ready?" "Of course, my love." She touched his chest gently, looking up at him with innocent eyes. "I can't wait to become your wife, but take your orange juice before you leave." "Sure." He took a long gulp, and he kissed her forehead. "Good. I'll see you downstairs." The moment he left, Vanessa's face twisted. She grabbed her phone and typed furiously, her nails clicking against the screen. Downstairs. In the servants' quarters, Maribel Crane pulled Amanda Hart aside. Maribel was the head housekeeper, a woman in her 50s with kind eyes but a tired face. "Amanda, listen carefully," Maribel whispered. "Stay away from Miss Vanessa. Do your work. Keep your head down. Don't make eye contact." Amanda nodded. She wore a white medical mask over her face, something she never removed. The other staff whispered about it, wondering if she had burns or scars underneath. "She's a witch," another maid hissed quietly. "She ruined the last girl. Got her fired for nothing." "Why does Mr. Crown let her?" Amanda asked. Maribel sighed. "Because she's an angel around him. Sweet. Perfect. But with us, a monster." Amanda understood. She had met monsters before. An hour later, Amanda carried a silver tray with tea up the grand staircase. Her hands were steady. She needed this job desperately. She was in her final year of medical school, and this pay covered her tuition. She knocked softly on Vanessa's door. "Come in." Amanda entered. Vanessa stood by the window, her back turned, phone pressed to her ear. She didn't even look at Amanda. "Just leave it and go," Vanessa said coldly. Amanda walked to the table and began setting down the tea. Then Vanessa's voice dropped to a whisper. "Yes, it's done. He just drank the final dose in his orange juice," Vanessa said quietly. "He's already been poisoned. The court wedding is today. Once it's official, the whole estate is mine. Then we finish this." Amanda's hand froze. Her heart slammed against her ribs. "Don't worry, baby," Vanessa continued. "Charles won't last the night. The flower toxin works slow. Perfect for heart attacks. No one will suspect a thing." Amanda's breath caught. The tray tilted, The teapot slipped from her shaking hand. Boiling tea splashed across Vanessa's arm and the back of her white court wedding dress. Vanessa screamed. She spun around, her face red with fury. "You stupid witch! Look what you did!" "I'm so sorry I didn't." Vanessa's hand flew across Amanda's face. The slap echoed like a gunshot. Amanda's head snapped to the side. Her mask shifted but stayed on. "You ruined my dress!" Vanessa shrieked. "Do you know how many $1 million this Gucci wedding gown cost?" "Please, I'm sorry," Amanda said, her voice shaking. "I didn't mean to." "Sorry isn't enough." Vanessa stepped closer, her eyes gleaming with cruelty. "Get on your knees. All get on your knees." Amanda stared at her. "I said get on your knees," Vanessa screamed. "You're going to lick my feet, or I'll make sure you're fired and blacklisted from every job in this city." Silence filled the room. Amanda's hands trembled. She looked at Vanessa's twisted face, at the madness burning in her eyes. Vanessa raised her hand to slap Amanda again. But this time, Amanda's hand shot up and caught Vanessa's wrist mid-air. Vanessa gasped. Her eyes went wide with shock. Amanda's voice came out low and dangerous. "Don't you dare slap me again!" "Let go of me," Vanessa hissed. "You're just a maid. A nobody." Amanda's grip tightened. "Or I'll spill every dirty secret about your BBL and your past." Vanessa's face went pale. She tried to pull away, but Amanda held firm for a moment before releasing her. "Let go!" Vanessa shouted toward the door. "Help! Someone help me!" The door burst open. All 36 members of the estate staff flooded into the hallway. Whispers erupted. Phones came out. Everyone recorded. Vanessa stumbled back and grabbed the teapot. "You tried to burn me? I'll burn you first, you pathetic crazy liar!" She raised the pot high, ready to pour scalding tea over Amanda's head. What the hell is going on here? Charles Crown's voice sliced through the chaos like a blade. Everyone froze. He stood in the doorway, his face dark with anger. His presence commanded instant silence. Vanessa's expression transformed. Tears filled her eyes. She dropped the teapot and ran to Charles, sobbing. "Charles, thank God," she cried, clutching his arm. "This maid attacked me. She spilled hot tea on me on purpose. Look at my dress. Look at my arm." Charles turned to Amanda. His eyes were cold. "Is this true?" Amanda met his gaze steadily. "No, sir. She's lying." "You lying witch!" Vanessa screamed. "How dare you!" "Check the cameras," Amanda said calmly. "The security footage will show everything." End quote. End quote. Charles turned to Orson Pike, his head of security. "Check it. Now!" The minutes stretched like hours. The staff waited in tense silence. Finally, Orson returned. His face looked confused. "Sir, the footage shows Miss Vanessa, standing by the window. The maid entered with tea. They spoke. That's all." Amanda's eyes widened. "That's impossible. The footage was edited." Vanessa laughed bitterly. "You're insane. Completely insane." "Wait." Orson frowned, looking at his tablet. "Sir, there's a timestamp jump. 3 seconds missing. And the file metadata shows it was replaced 15 minutes ago." Everyone gasped. "Mr. Crown," Amanda said urgently, her voice shaking, "you need to check your health. Right now. Please. You've been poisoned." The room exploded in shocked whispers. Vanessa's face twisted with rage. She rushed forward and kicked Amanda hard in the stomach. Amanda fell to her knees, gasping. "You're a crazy liar," Vanessa shrieked. "Poisoned? You're trying to ruin my wedding. You're jealous because you're ugly, and I'm beautiful." "Enough!" Charles roared. The entire estate went silent. He looked at Amanda on the floor, then at Vanessa, then at the crowd of staff with their phones recording everything. "I want the truth. Talk. Let me hear what you have to say." Amanda slowly stood, one hand pressed to her stomach. She looked directly at Charles. "Vanessa's body isn't real," Amanda said quietly. She had surgery. She lies about her background. She's not from the business mogul family, she claims. And she's working with someone named Mason Vale. They're planning to steal everything from you and disappear. Days wanna stayed. Days wanna stayed. Days wanna stayed. Charles stared at Vanessa. Is this true? Before Vanessa could answer, she lunged at Amanda and ripped the mask off her face with both hands. The entire room gasped. Someone screamed. Phones lifted higher. Amanda's face was breathtaking. No scars, no burns, just flawless skin, delicate features, and deep eyes that looked like they held galaxies. She looked like something out of a painting. Charles felt his heart stop. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't look away. His chest tightened. Vanessa staggered backward. Her confidence shattered like glass. She dropped to her knees in front of Amanda, her hands shaking violently. "Please," Vanessa whispered, tears streaming down her face. "Please don't expose me. I'll give you anything. Anything. Money. Cars. A house. Whatever you want. Just please, don't do this." Charles stepped forward. "What the hell is happening?" Someone explained. "Now," Amanda looked at him. "It's a long story." "Then tell it," Charles said coldly. "There's time." Vanessa began screaming. She clawed at her hair. She scratched her own face. "No, no, shut up, shut up. You can't tell him." Charles turned to Orson. "Record everything, and keep her quiet." Two security guards grabbed Vanessa and held her back. She thrashed and sobbed, but they didn't let go. Amanda took a deep breath. Pain flickered in her eyes, but her voice stayed steady. "My father was a respected business mogul," she began. "My family was religious, strict, but loving. I had everything. Vanessa and I were best friends at university, roommates. She was an orphan. I felt sorry for her. I brought her home during holidays. My parents treated her like family." The staff listened in complete silence. Every phone was recording. "But Vanessa wanted more," Amanda continued. "She wanted to be beautiful, famous. She got surgery and started doing dirty deals for money. For money. I warned her to stop. I told her it was dangerous, but she didn't listen." Amanda's voice cracked. "Instead, she set me up. She arranged for men to hurt me because I was too pretty. They paid $50,000. Someone saved me at the last second, but it was too late. Fake evidence appeared. A photo of my torn clothes spread everywhere." Charles felt rage building in his chest like fire. "My parents didn't listen to my side," Amanda said quietly. "They disowned me. My father called me a disgrace. My mother cried and said I was no longer her daughter. I lost everything. That's why I became a maid. I worked 3 jobs to pay for my final year of medical school." Vanessa sobbed louder. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please." "There's more," Amanda said, her eyes turned cold. "Vanessa tried to seduce my father. She caused fights in my family. When they finally caught her, they chased her out. Then she targeted you, Mr. Crown. She charmed your grandmother. She acted innocent. She framed staff members for theft. She stole from you. She flaunted her body online for attention. And she met Mason Vale. Together, they planned to poison you and steal your wealth. The room was so silent, you could hear breathing. And your grandmother," Amanda said softly. She pulled out her phone and showed Charles photos. She caught Vanessa with a stranger in this house, and Vanessa silenced her. Charles's face drained of all color. What did you say?" "Your grandmother didn't die of a heart attack," Amanda whispered. "She was murdered." Charles stumbled. He gripped the wall. His breathing became sharp and shallow. The world spun around him. Then pain exploded in his chest. He fell to his knees, clutching his heart, gasping for air. "Charles!" Vanessa screamed. Amanda dropped to the floor beside him. Her medical training kicked in instantly. She checked his pulse, his breathing, his pupils. She positioned him carefully. Call an ambulance now, Amanda shouted. And someone check Vanessa's phone. Look for recent messages. Orson grabbed Vanessa's phone from her purse. His face went white. His hands shook. He read aloud. Let me know when he is dead and we dispose of his body. The staff exploded in chaos, screaming, crying, everyone recording. Orson and his team grabbed Vanessa. You're under arrest. Vanessa's eyes rolled back. She went limp and collapsed. She's faking, Amanda said flatly. But take her to the hospital anyway. Sirens wailed outside. Paramedics rushed in. Both Vanessa and Charles were loaded into separate ambulances. Amanda rode with Charles, monitoring his vitals the entire way. At the hospital, doctors ran tests. Their faces were grim. He's been poisoned, the lead doctor said. A rare, flower-based toxin. It triggers slow heart attacks. If you hadn't brought him in now, he would have died tonight. They began emergency treatment immediately. Charles was placed in the ICU. Vanessa was in a separate wing under police guard. That night, Amanda sat outside Charles's room. She was exhausted. Her body ached, but she couldn't leave. She heard footsteps. A doctor in blue scrubs approached Charles's door, but something felt wrong. His badge was crooked. His gloves were the wrong type. He asked strange questions to the nurse. Amanda stood up. Excuse me, doctor. Can I see your ID? The man froze. Then he ran. Security! Amanda screamed. That's not a doctor! Stop him! Orson and his team tackled the man in the hallway. They ripped off his surgical mask. It was Mason Vale. He had a syringe in his coat pocket. Poison. Enough to kill Charles instantly. And another syringe, labeled with Vanessa's name. He was arrested on the spot. Later, he was sentenced to 70 years in prison. Vanessa tried to plead insanity in court, but the evidence was overwhelming. Photos, messages, testimonies from 36 staff members. She was placed in a psychiatric facility. The other patients there tormented her daily. She begged to be released. No one listened. 2 weeks later, Charles was discharged from the hospital. Amanda returned to the estate with him. The staff cheered when she walked through the door. They hugged her. They thanked her. They called her a hero. Charles called Amanda to his private study. I want to thank you, he said quietly. You saved my life. You exposed the truth. I owe you everything. You don't owe me anything, Mr. Crown, Amanda said. I just did what was right. Let me pay for your medical school, Charles said. Please. It's the least I can do. Amanda hesitated. Then she nodded. Thank you. But I'm still planning to quit after graduation. Why? Because I need to focus on school. And I need to heal. Charles looked at her. Really looked at her. At the strength in her eyes. At the quiet grace in the way she carried herself despite everything she had suffered. Something shifted deep in his chest. Stay, he said. Just until you graduate. I'll give you your own space. Your own schedule. No pressure. Just stay. Amanda studied his face. Then she agreed. Strict boundaries. Strict boundaries, he repeated. Over the following months, Charles watched her. He noticed everything. How she woke at 5 every morning to study. How she cooked her own meals with precision. How she carried herself with discipline and grace. How she never complained. He fell in love, but when he tried to tell her, she refused him gently. I need to focus on myself right now, she said. I'm not ready. So Charles changed his strategy. He stopped using words. He used actions instead. He drove her to campus in the rain. He left warm meals outside her door during late-night study sessions. He protected her without asking for anything in return. Slowly, Amanda's walls began to crack. Meanwhile, Charles hired investigators to search the entire country for Amanda's parents. It took weeks, but finally, he found them. They were older now, broken, living in a small house, drowning in regret. One Saturday, Charles brought Amanda to a surprise location. She stepped out of the car and froze. Her parents stood there. Tears poured down their faces. Amanda, her mother sobbed. "We're so sorry. We were so wrong. Please forgive us." Her father dropped to his knees. "I'm a fool. I should have listened to you. I should have protected you. Please. Get expected have God. Precedende. Get expected have God. Bright and vende. Brightened have God. Get expected have God. I'm a fool." Amanda ran to them. She lifted them both up. She cried. They held each other for the first time in years. "I forgive you," she whispered through her tears. "I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you." Charles watched from a distance. His heart felt full. Amanda's final exams arrived. Charles supported her through every sleepless night, every panic attack, every small victory. One evening, they sat together in the estate library watching a movie. The air between them felt electric. Their eyes met. Chemistry built like a gathering storm. Charles leaned in slowly. Amanda didn't pull away. They kissed. Everything changed. They began dating. Slowly, carefully, but it was real. Months passed. Amanda's graduation day finally arrived. Charles showed up in a perfectly tailored suit, holding a bouquet of white roses. When Amanda's name was called, he stood and cheered louder than anyone else in the auditorium. Afterward, he led her to the parking lot with a huge grin on his face. "I have a surprise for you," he said. "Charles, you've already done so much. Close your eyes." She laughed and obeyed. He guided her forward, carefully. "Okay, open them." Amanda gasped. A brand new white 2026 Ferrari sat gleaming in the sunlight. Red bows covered the hood and doors. "Happy birthday. And congratulations, Dr. Hart." Tears filled her eyes. She covered her mouth. "Charles, this is way too much. If you can flexide, you deserve everything," he said softly, taking her hand. They walked toward the car together, fingers intertwined. But then Amanda heard something. A faint beeping sound. Her medical training made her hyper-aware of patterns and rhythms. She stopped. "Do you hear that?" Charles frowned. "Hear what?" The beeping got faster. Amanda's eyes went wide. "Charles, run!" The Ferrari exploded. The blast threw them both backward. Fire erupted into the sky. Thick black smoke filled the air. Car alarms shrieked. People screamed and ran in every direction. Amanda's ears rang violently. Her vision blurred. She tasted blood in her mouth. She turned her head and saw Charles lying motionless on the pavement beside her. "Charles!" she screamed. "Charles!" Sirens wailed in the distance. Chaos erupted everywhere. Do you want part 2? Who planted the bomb? Did Charles survive? Was Vanessa still pulling strings from inside the psychiatric facility? Or is there another enemy, lurking in the shadows? Comment who you think blew the car up. Like, subscribe, and share. Do you want part 2?